The European Central Bank is flooding the markets with cheap money, and growth projections for the eurozone are rising. What is behind all these good news? That's what I will be talking about with Oliver Rakau from Deutsche Bank Resarch. Mr. Rakau, first of all, let's have a look at the world economy. What does the DBIX tell us about the mood of the global economy?
The DBIX has declined slightly, however, that is covering the fact that there was some improvement in Europe and Germany and some improvement in China, whereas we had some moderation, further moderation in the US, for example.
So moderation in the US, the growth in China isn't that good. Well, why are the growth projections for the eurozone so good?
Well, the eurozone is one of the major beneficiaries from the falling oil price, because Europe is definitely a net consumer of oil, whereas the United States, for example, are producing and consuming oil, and many Asian countries are actually producers of oils. Therefore, the decline is primarily seen in the European Union.
Let's take a look at the eurozone, especially at Greece. Greece got fresh money. Was it for the last time, possibly?
Probably not, to be honest. We will have to define a third package, or whatever we in the end call it, to have face saving on both sides. But looking at how the economy has been doing, how the tax revenues in Greece have been doing over the last couple of weeks and months, it really looks like we have to, at least for some time, further support Greece, because it cannot yet stand on its own feet.
Mm. So what do you think, from your point of view, could Greece destabilize the eurozone?
This is hard to say, because on the one hand, of course, Greece is very small. It really is a one-off development, because it has been lacking the European recovery substantially, has put less reforms in place compared to, for example, Spain. So you could say it's one-of-a-kind country, and it's small at that. On the other hand, this could well destabilize the European Monetary Union, because if one country leaves, why don't 2 or 3 countries leave? And so far it would be a precedent, and as fragile as the European Monetary Union still is, that is likely still better avoided.
Well, the European Central Bank has started to flood the markets with cheap money. The bond buying program is worth about more than €1 trillion. That's amazing. What do you think? Will they be successful with this program?
We think so. We believe that the major channel through which it will affect the European economy is through a weaker exchange rate, which should be beneficial, for example, for higher import prices, adding to inflation, but also for higher exports. So yes, it will be successful, but even the ECB says it's not the one turnaround momentum we will produce by this. We still need reforms in Europe.
Mm. We will talk about this program later on. And you can watch the full focus interview on what the ECB is doing right now, on what the quantitative easing program, what kind of effects it will have, on dw.de/English/Made in Germany.